Hello again, class. We find ourselves with another video with Python programming. In our prior video, we've covered list, and now what I'd like to do is put a program in place to demonstrate such list. It's always fun and exciting to learn why and how programming works, but until you actually put it into a real play or scenario, it doesn't really do us much good. So on the right hand side, I created a small program today in regards to list, and on the left hand side here, this is the actual outcome of said program. Whenever you're creating your programs, it's always a good idea to give a commentary, exactly who did it, what it is, and create some individual comments throughout, just to give a better explanation of what's being done. So here we have you have 4 items currently, and where do we get this? Well, let's break down the program, shall we? So as I've mentioned before, here's the comments. Just gives us an idea what's going on. Here is our list that we have created. We're using the variable items equal, again, square brackets, and since we are using strings, we have the double quotations around each value. The first item is a print statement. Print you have. This is what we see here. And how do we get the number of items that's in our list is by using the len. And notice how I did this. It's len for length and the variable items. This gives us 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are currently in our program. And we separate each of these by a comma. And then notice again the double quotes, items currently. And end our print statement with the ending parentheses. So this is how we get the first sentence. You have 4 items currently. It's printing out the strings. You have items currently, and it's providing the number of items or the number of length within our list. The second sentence is they are, and we again see just a simple print. And the last one here is the listing of the actual items in our list is by simply doing a print of the variable that we're using for it. Now we start on our storyline. You come across a battle axe. And now we actually come into the meat of the program, which is asking us a question. Do we wish to pick up this battle axe, a Y or an N? A yes or no question. Now notice that we're creating an additional variable just as an axe for the demonstrations here, and we're using an input function because we're inputting a yes or no. We're telling our audience what we're expecting from them. We're expecting a Y or an N. Now this is something that I haven't shown yet in this class, but the dot upper. The dot upper is a Python command that what it will do is anything that the person puts in play here will basically make all those characters in uppercase. Now I could have at least also do a lower, and what that would have done is anything that's put into a value on this question would make all the answers lowercase. Now the reason that we're doing this is because when I put in my if-else condition here, I'm looking specifically if that value is equal to the uppercase Y. Now my person that's playing this game or answering the question could put a lowercase y. If that happens, it obviously does not equal an uppercase. It would fall to my else and it totally miss what I'm trying to accomplish here. So this is the reason that we might use an upper or a lower. So let's go ahead and choose no first time. And if I hit no, it's going to bypass the if and go into my else and just simply say ignore the axe. Now I put a press enter here key, another input, just for them to hit spacebar. And the reason so doing is because, I'm sorry, an enter key. The reason so doing is I want to capture what's being done prior to it ending the program. So let's run this once more. So again, we have all that we said before, but this time let's use a lowercase y and hit enter. So now what we see is my lowercase y has immediately become an uppercase y. It checks the variable to see if it actually does equal uppercase y, and it prints out, you grab the axe. It also dids the append function, and remember in the last video we talked about the append function. It added the axe to my existing list permanently, and then it prints out you have, and it relists out the items list. So now instead of 4 items, now I have my 5: sword, armor, shield, healing potion as before, with the addition of axe. What we could do here is we could also add on the length of the items to give another quantity value that's in the list if we want to. Now, just for demonstration purposes, I'm actually going to run this once more. Now this time what I'll do is instead of a y or an n, I'm going to just put in a random value. Say what? Now what should happen is, again, go through my logic, it's not going to be an equal of a large Y, a capital Y, so it's going to fall into this next trap. And it does. It hits you ignore the axe, you ignore the axe. So that's a demonstration of what you could do with a list. I just wanted to provide something to play with, and I might actually make an assignment for you to make your own list in a similar program.